Crossroads Farm is 20 years old right now. What's that mean to you?
I mean, that means God's doing a lot of work.
I don't know, like 40 minutes.
An hour. And in the winter, it's probably like an hour 40. But maybe like 35.
Why is it worth it to come that far for youth group?
Coming this far can, even though it's a long drive, it's really just empowering, and it's really nice to come here and have a loving atmosphere.
I drive the bus.
Like one person actually has helped me out especially during my driver's license.
Okay, that's cool.
And one took me to Bible study for their Bible study.
Like an hour.
Is it worth it?
Yes.
Crossroads Farm started when I was in about 7th grade. I got to observe my brother participate in Crossroads Farm when I was about 9 or 10. So I was kind of that kid that got to anxiously wait to participate.
And then we got in a circle and we sung, I don't know what it was, but it just, I don't know, I felt it, like, it was like, that's the wow, I mean.
Just the fact that everybody's all together and we just play a lot of fun games and stuff.
So why is it worth it?
I love Crossroads. I look forward to it all week. I'm like, Sunday, 7 more days. So, yeah.
So it's worth the drive.
It's definitely worth the experience and the drive. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Crossroads needs to be around for the next 20 years because it's the only place in this area that kids can come and feel united and feel like they're a part of something bigger.
Kids that you might not be friends with outside of school or in school, you'll be friends with at Crossroads. So it's
Why?
really cool because a jock can sit by a weirdo and it just works and you're totally fine with it at Crossroads.
And the things that these girls have experienced are beyond the scope of what I've experienced as a 20-year-old.
I probably would have ended my life in middle school without Crossroads.
So everything that had been stable in my life was unstable, and it just wasn't anything that I felt like I could trust. And so coming to Crossroads that sophomore year and hearing someone say every week, Olivia, I love you, I'm glad you're here, Jesus loves you, was really just a great model for what a church should be and what the body of Christ is.
I don't think I would have gone to college where I went, and I think I wouldn't have made it through college and gotten my teaching degree and started working in Hillsdale.
So I started as a high schooler, and it was actually my senior year after being asked to go on a trip that I realized I wanted to be working with teens as some capacity, and it was that summer after that trip that I made the decision to become a youth pastor.
So what gave you hope to keep going?
Sorry.
It's all right.
Just the people here. They're my family now, and I can't imagine leaving my family here or my family at home. They just showed me that there's so much more than just what's going on.
To see the lasting impact that is made on people that were here a long time ago, that reminds me of the age and significance that's here.
Because we need it, because we need Jesus and we need God and we need people to help us and build us up, because without those around us to help us, it's so much easier to fall.
It's helped me change the way I think. I think better now than I used to.
I like the games, I like the speakers. I honestly just like everything about it.
Tell me one thing you like about Crossroads.
Everything. So Crossroads just means so much to me. The word significant is exactly how I would describe Crossroads Farm in my life personally?
Because I've asked a lot of things, and almost all of them have been answered, but not in ways that I wanted.
Because even like looking towards the future, like I almost like feel like, well, Crossroads got to fit into that somehow. Like it doesn't feel like Crossroads was just there and then it's gonna be over. Like I feel like it's gonna be a part of me for a long time.
So that it's not just one, like this generation of students getting the love of Christ, everyone needs it.
I don't know how to answer this question. Crossroads is pretty great as it is. I don't know if I want anything to change about it.
Okay, Drewster. What would you like Crossroads Farm to look like in 20 years?
I would like it to be bigger,
Why?
so more people can come and there would be more room for them to hang out. Maybe like more kids, like more 6th graders.
I would like to see a lot more places, so like, is it like Northwest? I'd like to see more of those.
I think it'll be across the nation and there will be a lot of other locations besides just the 2.
Does there need to be?
Yes.
Why?
Because there's not a rule, I don't know, youth organization like Crossroads really anywhere else in the world.
And all across the nation we have like plenty of things where kids can gather and just feel loved for once.
I want it to become huge all over America.
Why?
Because it's fun and like every teen should deserve to get the experience that we get.
And it's been awesome. I get to work with students and be a part of their stories, just like somebody poured in and invested into me. And I think Crossroads Farm needs to be here for 20 years and beyond because I want someone to do that for my nieces and nephews. I want someone to do that in not only this part of Michigan, but the rest of the country.
It'd be really cool if the audience kept growing, so like more people kept coming and...
Wow. I can't imagine just seeing how much it's grown in the 8 years that I've been here. I can't even fathom what it's going to look like in 20 years. I can't imagine how much bigger this building is going to need to be and how many more buses we're going to need to have.
I don't know, maybe more people will come, so you might need a bigger building eventually, but...
Hopefully, like, this location is cool, but maybe it would be somewhere bigger to let more students attend.
Oh yeah, like 3 times more.
Which, how many would
like
that
500.
Like the building size would need to be larger, probably.
be? The building we have right now is too small.
Yeah. Like getting crowded.
I would love us to be more spread around the country, and so right now we have 2 Crossroads in Michigan, so it'd be awesome to have more.
A lot packed, like a lot more packed and a lot more people here.
I think it should reach all the nations, because that's what we're supposed to do.
Because in 20 more years there's still going to be rural communities that need to hear about God, and there's going to be more locations that need to hear about God, and not everybody can live in a big city, and there can't be as many opportunities everywhere, so there has to be someone that reaches those people because they still need to hear about Jesus.
Hi, my name is Paul Pridgeon, and this year Crossroads Farm turns 20, which in many ways makes me feel old because I began with Crossroads Farm when I was a freshman and sophomore in high school back in 2001, 2002. I served on lead team until I graduated in 2005, and then when I came home from college in 2011, I joined full-time volunteer staff, and then I've been on the board of directors for the last couple of years. That everything in the old building in Reading was ours, from the crappy carpet to the dirty walls. It was ours, the whole ministry, just us. And I get to make this ministry, that kind of ministry for students.
My name is Janelle, and I was a student at Crossroads from 2001 to 2006. The biggest impact Crossroads had on my time as a student was teaching me how to love Jesus well and how to love others well. gospel is fundamentally life-altering, and seeing it so passionately modeled by the staff at Crossroads and students that I was with, and having teaching week after week after week that was centered on the gospel and the Bible, that gave me such a strong foundation that is critical to the rest of my life. And loving others well is also a pursuit that I've carried for a lifetime. As a student at Crossroads, attending lead team trainings, helping out in different ministry settings, discipling younger students, I learned these skills of how to care for people, how to ask questions, how to notice if someone new came into the room. And those skills, over time, became a lifestyle. They became intuitive. And I carried them with me to college, into my years in full-time ministry, and now into the next chapter of my life. In my daily decisions and my actions, I still hear trainings that we had at lead team or something that I heard at program on Sunday night.
He uses you when you are outside of your comfort zone. That's something that I learned the most in high school and through Crossroads, is because when you're comfortable, you don't allow God to move because you're so comfortable with yourself. But the moment that you step outside of your comfort zone, it's all God. It's not you anymore.
Say that phrase.
Arms of a servant leader. It's all about relationships. That's something that I've taken into my everyday life, is who you are as a believer needs to play out in every aspect of who you are. So like integrity. And when I was on lead team, a lot of the things that I was taught was how I interact with people and who I am. I represent Jesus because I'm a Christian, which is a little Christ, and that's just something that I want to play out in all of my relationships and everything that I do.
What would you want to tell someone that's been involved supporting Crossroads for 20 years?
Just thank you for the opportunity, because it's been really amazing in my life.
Keep doing it. We need your support. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely keep doing it.
Thank you.
That they're awesome, and we all love you, and we hope that there will be more like you.
So if you're someone who donates money to Crossroads, like you just need to know that it's making a difference in the fact that students are feeling loved and students are having conversations about Christ.
That's awesome, and thank you, because that's pretty cool.
Good job.
You're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, for one person who has helped me a lot by like getting my driver's license, he's been here for 20 years, and if he hasn't been here 20 years, he wouldn't have been able to help me.
Thank you. Words can't explain what you guys are doing, what you guys have done. I don't care how much you're supporting, you're helping to make this place happen. So thank you.
Thank you. Driving bus, I see some kids that are some pretty rough kids, and you've changed their lives. You truly have changed their lives.
That Crossroads is making an impact on students that we haven't even met yet, and that it's worth it.
And I would be in a very different position if I had not found Christ through Crossroads. So thank you.
You're amazing. Thank you. You have played a huge part in touching so many students' lives, and mine included.